Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Big Man on Campus podcast. It's Friday, January 2nd, or February 2nd, 2018. I'm your host, the Big Man on Campus, here breaking down the Friday card for you. Hopefully everyone had a great Friday afternoon, and hopefully you have a nice weekend. It's Super Bowl weekend, which means I know many people are excited for their parties and stuff, and to watch the big game. So hopefully everyone has a great time. This show, though, is about college hoops. We'll get down through every game tonight. Not a lot of games tonight, so we'll definitely be able to hit them all. We'll have a play of the day as well in hoops, and I'm looking forward to hopefully having a similar night to the last couple nights. Very nice night last night. 3-0 sweep here. Obviously, it's clearly important. If you're new, make sure you're following the show every day. Hit the subscribe button. Get the notifications. Make sure you're notified every time I go live. Guys, you can watch the show over again. Also, keep that in mind. You don't have to specifically watch it live. And I appreciate all the kind words and the well wishes and the subscriptions and things like that. 3-0 last night. Got the job done with Texas Arlington and with Charleston University at +4. They get the job done outright. Added a play late on Idaho +5. They went outright easily. Very nice night last night. 3-0 on the card. 89-53 on the season. 63%, up 30.3 units. And I want to pat myself on the back because I've been looking to get the 30-unit plateau for a while. Now the next goal is to get to 40 and just kind of keep it going. We've had a very good season, and I hope people have learned a lot off me. Hopefully we can keep it going into March because there's plenty of time left. I've seen people lose 30 units. Not saying I will, but, you never know. Hit the retweet button. Let people know about the show. Excuse me one moment, guys. Looking forward to breaking the card down. I say hello to everyone. Terroron, Blue Bayou, James Russell, it's Vegan, Rolls Royce, Tiger Bob, Manny Young, Salty Dog, Com Mueller, Justin Ream, Palani Fan, Mark Roberry, J.R. Alvarez, Bart Fisher. Bart Fisher, what's up, man? Kevin White, Corey Kelly, Carolus Martinenko, welcome in. Tone City, what's up? Chef Michael, Eric Yellowhorse, Dexter Rojas, Adam 26, Jay, the Baby Bear, Max L, Kyle Jasper, Brian DeCourcy, Devin Rivera. Yes, the hood is on Smash, bro. You know what I do. Craig West, Matt Marquardt, Reggie, Juan Juarez, Barry Roselle, Bob Black, Emza, P. White, Bruce Chad, what's up? Kevin White, Brennan Clay, Marquise Joe, Will, welcome in. Paul Thibodeau from North Dakota, welcome in. Anthony Greer, Cody A.V., Greg Hickman, Chi Archie from the SBR Forum, welcome in. G. Coop, Tightliest, Brock Matava, Carlos, Scott Letty, Russ C., KC, what's up? Chip Kendall, Matt Varnum, Ro Money, Mike A., Mr. Gogster, Daniel, Michael, Isaiah, Chad, Jeff, Andy, Christopher, C. Church, Sam High, Timothy Liu, Trevin Comics, Blue Bayou, Brennan Clay, Jason, Sammy, Kevin, Justin, Rick, all the guys in here, Kentucky Derek, Jason, Mike, Luke Lalonde, Lane Sexton, Matt Murray, Rashawn Wong, Nick Dahl, welcome in. Thanks, everyone listening. Always like to appreciate and give shout-outs to everyone in here. Appreciate your time today, and hopefully you enjoy the show. We'll get into the picks here in just a moment. Donnie Rightside will join us here at about 5:40, live from Costa Rica. He'll check in with us, see how he's doing. Bart Frazier, I loved how you used reverse psychology on Texas Arlington. Yeah, well, when we're desperate, we're desperate. And sometimes those things are important. So, yes, we were able to get the job. Blackjack Fletcher tuning in. Want to take the time to let everyone know, please give a listen every night, including tonight, to the great Blackjack Fletcher and I show. We'll be on live at 10:30 Eastern. Had a lot of great calls last night. Wanted to shout out all those guys that called in. We'll be doing it again tonight. Got a lot to talk about. Call in about basketball tomorrow, basketball tonight, NBA, the Super Bowl, props, whatever you want to talk about. Blackjack and I will take your calls tonight, 10:30 Eastern. I want everyone in here to listen. I don't know why you wouldn't listen. You're listening to me now. You should be listening to Blackjack. Um, so make sure you do that. Donnie Rightside is here. Welcome in. I believe he's here. He'll join us here in a little bit. Let's get into the card here, and I'll start out with my premium play or my pick of the day today, which everyone will obviously be on here. And I shout out all the 400 people in here right now. Thank you. Say hello. I'm going to go with the total tonight, and I'm going to go to the tilt between the Rhode Island Rams and the VCU Rams, the Battle of the Rams here. I'm going to go over the total here, and the total in this game currently is 151.5. You can get that at pretty much every book here on the market. I'm looking at Bookmaker at 151.5. I can get 151.5 there, and we're going to go over the posted total. A lot to like about this game. First of all, you look at Rhode Island when they're on defense, and I'm a little concerned in this game for them with Justin Tillman. One of the issues that Rhode Island has is they're not very big. They're not big at all, actually. They have nothing to really deal with Justin Tillman. And for anyone that doesn't know about Justin Tillman is a senior forward on this team. He is a really, really good player right around the rim. He's one of the most efficient rim players in the country. He will have a game tonight. And there's always the thing, then double team him. Then you're going to leave someone else open. Justin Tillman's going to get his tonight. And you look at his progressions, guys, kind of throughout his career. He's one of the better offensive rebounders in the country, which is important, especially tonight. They have the rebounding edge. And I think what's so impressive and what's been so impressive about Justin Tillman is you look at his progression at the free throw line. He started out in 2014-15 at VCU, a 48% foul shooter. 2015-16, a 57% foul shooter. Last year, got up to 62%. This year, he's up to 74%. A really nice, vault up and getting that free throw percentage up because he's fouled a lot. He's got to make his foul shots towards the end of the game, and he's done that well. I think that's going to be a big problem for Rhode Island in this game. This guy's averaging 18 and 10 a game. And as I said, he's a great rebounder as well on the offensive glass. I also think the Havoc defense will get a little tested tonight. We obviously know VCU likes to run that press. They press, as much as anyone in the country. And I think the big strength for Rhode Island is clearly their guard play. Jeff Doughton, Jarvis Garrett, Jared Terrell. They do a great job of handling the basketball. I think they're going to have I don't know if a field day, but I think they're going to have a real nice night on the offensive end. We've seen it with West Virginia and teams like that. The press can work, but it also can get gutted as well. So for me, I think that's going to be a strength for the Rhode Island Rams. And, both these teams are good offensively. It's not like these teams struggle. They're both shooting at Rhode Island's 47%, VCU at 46% at home. And look, defensively, we'll come out and say it. It isn't exactly been a defensive campaign for these two teams over the last couple games. So I think you're going to see a lot of fouls in this game. Both teams put each other on the line. I think this game gets up and over the total. I think it's a fun game to watch. It's going to be a great atmosphere down at Siegel Center, down in Richmond there. It's going to be a fun night. So I'd urge you, it's probably going to be one of the better games of the night. I think we're going to see a game go up and over the total. So for me, over 151.5 in Rhode Island VCU, it's going to be my play of the day. Let me check in with the chat here and see what people are up to and what they're thinking here on a Friday. By the way, for anyone interested in pace numbers, the VCU Rams 87th in the country at almost 74 possessions a game. So they definitely are known to go pretty quick. Rhode Island, I will get here in a moment. Let me take a look at what people are looking at here. The total I have is 151.5. My cousin plays for VCU. Is going to go ham on the boards tonight. Good stuff. Interesting. Nice point there, Johans. Blackjack Fletcher said his card will be out in about 30 minutes. So we'll look forward to that. Hopefully, Blackjack has many hockey plays tonight. Tillman's a major matchup nightmare for Rhodey. Yeah, I agree, exactly. We're doubling up. No, you're not doubling up. Do what you want, but I'm not. I didn't. I didn't tell you to double up. Oh, you're saying you're doubling up because Greg's on Rhode Island. Okay, yeah. He's on the side. I'm going to go with the total here. Blackjack and Big Man are poison for the bookies. Thanks, Ricardo. That's nice of you. Santino Micheletti says URI is going to go down tonight. Yeah, I don't disagree. I actually lean that way myself. I think VCU is going to play hard tonight, play tough. I think it's going to be a fun game. But to me, the play is over the total. Please don't ever go tout. I've been there, done that. I was tout for many years. I've been through that before. It's almost like being a drug addict. It's I've been sober and I've been high, and sober is better. That's kind of how I would say it with that. We'll get into Niagara here. Looking forward to that game. Concerned at all with VCU's defense allowing? No, not really. Because I just outlined why I think they're going to have a lot of trouble tonight, Rick. So I'm not too worried about that. Thanks for your effort. No problem, Ryan. Fly Eagles fly. Who's Blackjack? Blackjack is a friend of mine. Him and I co-host a show every night at 10:30. Jay, and I urge you to listen because I know you love the plays. Thanks, big man, for the picks. Blackjack, I went 7-0 in college basketball and hockey. Yeah, Blackjack had, I think, 4-0 last night in his hockey plays, so it was a nice night. What happened to VCU's defense? Thought they were pretty scrappy. Yeah, they are, but they press, and again, like we said, the press is not sometimes a feasible way to defend. Where's my chain? I've not received it yet. I ordered it. Sometimes the big boys have to get ordered because sometimes they don't have it. Yeah, I'll get into it, Austin. Let's get into the rest of the games here. The show is every night. It'll be tonight, 10:30 Eastern. It'll be posted on my Twitter account, Jay. So make sure you check in. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Let me get to some other games here. Utah and Colorado. This game was considered for me tonight. I look at Utah and I have to say I'm interested. The only thing that kept me off, and I'll get into what kept me off, but Utah's really dominated Colorado. They won 4 straight in the last 3 seasons against the Colorado Buffalo here. They're better at really everything. I mean, there's nothing that really Colorado does that Utah's not better at. Utah's, for me, a kind of an underrated group. I like this team. Krzysztofiak's done a nice job coaching this team. And, I think the big thing, Tad Boyle always wants to get out in transition. And I think one of the big successes is, Krzysztofiak and his team have been good in transition, defensively. They've been able to kind of handle that. And, they've been able to get the job done. The only concern here is, we have to remember in those 4 meetings, those are better Utah teams. I mean, it's not like, I'm not saying this team isn't good, but, those 2 teams were good, with Kyle Kuzma and that kind of thing. I lean Utah. I'm not going to lie. I would go with that here. I think they're the better basketball team. But Colorado has had some big time wins at home this year. So you always want to keep that in mind. But, that would be what I would do here. How many premium plays? I have 1. Larry Kay is an underrated coach. I agree. I think he's a great coach. My bro just picked up an Audemars, and it's insane. Good stuff. That's awesome. Good to hear. Audemars are beautiful, man. If you had a parlay, a 3-team, what would it be? I wouldn't do that, so I'm not going to answer. I don't bet. I'm not betting parlays tonight. I don't really bet them at all. Is there a possibility that Princeton doesn't win by double digits? Yes, there's a bit. Yeah, of course there's a possibility. I mean, Princeton is not, I think they'll win and I think they'll play well tonight, but I don't think Yale's a total farce. Yale's going to get Blake Reynolds back, which is big. He hasn't played all season. That's going to be a nice addition. There was talk maybe Makai Mason would play, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. I don't like betting against Princeton. I like Amir Bell. I like Devin Kennedy. I like Miles Stevens. But I don't think it's a foregone conclusion they win by double digits. Not a game that I'm really interested in. Uh, we'll keep it going here. Dartmouth, Cornell, two teams that are having some trouble right now, frankly. I don't have much on that one. IUPUI, Detroit. I mean, how many times is Detroit going to fuck people before they say, I'm not going to back them? I'm not looking to back IUPUI, though, either. These are two really bad teams. Harvard, Columbia. Bryce Aiken's back for Harvard. Question is, how long will he play? I would guess he'll play half the game probably. But if he plays anything like he did in the first game, Columbia's going to have some trouble tonight. And, that's the big problem for me with Columbia. I think the game is – it kind of makes sense to maybe go with Columbia here just because of the line. But Harvard, is a bad matchup for Columbia. I mean, Harvard is a really good defensive team. Columbia has had their issues on the defensive end. And, with Bryce Aiken back, Harvard's more of a bet-on team. Harvard's a team that will be at the end of the year. They always are under Tommy Amaker. This might be one of the easiest bets on the board tonight. Question just is, why is the line only 1.5? It's not like Columbia's had a good season. I think they're 4-13. I mean, it's not great. Guys, again, you can save your questions. I'm going to go over every game. Trust me, I promise. Try to keep that stuff to a minimum. There's too many comments coming in on here, and I, some of the comments are just, they're very repetitive. I'll get through every game. Brown and Penn. Brown is a team I backed a couple weeks ago, but for me, that was a situation that I really liked. This one, not so much. I think Penn is going to win this conference. I really do. I think Steve Donahue's done a great job there. I'm a big AJ Brodeur fan. At home tonight, they got the Penn boys there supporting them. Brown is a dreadful defensive team. I don't see any reason Penn doesn't. You kind of pull away towards the end here. I like this UPenn team a lot. Green Bay, Milwaukee. I don't know. I mean, I've backed Green Bay, but I don't really have much opinion on them here. Both these teams struggle. Does Milwaukee really warrant laying 7.5 points or 7 points here? I'm not too sure. A gun to my head, if I had to play it, I'd take Green Bay, but I didn't really look into it much. Illinois, Chicago, Oakland. The problem that I have with Illinois, Chicago is, like every other really good against the spread team, people start betting them. This is really, for me, just I don't want to be involved where everyone's on it. All I've heard every day on all these, different Twitters and stuff is UAI Chicago, UIC Chicago. Many people know I love UIC Chicago. But, at this point, Oakland is a good basketball team. They're at home. I'm expecting a large crowd there tonight. And look, Ferguson's a great player and they're a great team, but, they didn't exactly play great in the first matchup here. I worry about Oakland. Oakland's really hit or miss. They look great sometimes, and then there's that defensive issues keep them out of games. And I've seen worser teams cover 9-10 point numbers than Illinois Chicago. Oakland will let you stay in the game. It's just, can Illinois Chicago do their fair share? I got a feeling this game goes over. I got a feeling this is kind of a high-scoring basketball game. Quinnipiac, Iona. Iona's off a pretty bad loss to Fairfield. I'd expect a better outlook for them tonight against Baker Dunleavy's crew here. I'm always a Clues guy, but do you ever feel – this is another one. Do you ever feel comfortable laying 11 points with Iona? If anyone knows anything about the Gales, they know that they don't ever have anything to offer on the defensive end. So, yeah, I'm not really crazy about that. But I guess the saving grace for Iona fans or backers is they are off a pretty bad loss. So, keep that in mind. And, look, they've been very good over the last 5 games. Just the issues have been defensively. But you're catching them good right now. They're shooting 52.5% over the last 5 games. Great from the line, good from 3. They should win by 20. But, that's Iona for you. I'll get to some questions. Let me just finish up this card here. Manhattan, Siena. I'm always skeptical to bet against Manhattan just because I am a big Steve Masiello fan. I like Rich Williams as well. And Siena's really, they're just not very good without Nico Clarith. I mean, when you lose and your best player goes away, it's hard to make sense of that. I don't know. It wasn't a game I was dead into looking at. And I'm reading throughout some of the publications that there is a bug going around with the Siena team, so you definitely might want to worry about that. Siena wouldn't be anyone I'd be interested in here. Um, Niagara St. Peter's. This is another game where the line kind of is weird. You have basically two of the most opposite teams you'll ever encounter. St. Peter's is a slow, tortoise-like team that has trouble scoring. They want to play defense, get after you on that end. It's a tough place to get out and play in Newark. This is a good home atmosphere. It's a small gym, small Catholic school down there. Niagara, the whole opposite. Shitty defense, love transition, go quick, high tempo basketball. Two great guards in Khalil Scott and Khalil Dukes and Matt Scott. They get to the foul line. They want to just go hyper speed. As I've said before, I'm not a fan of these kind of matchups. You're basically flipping a coin and guessing on who's going to be able to establish tempo here. And this is just not for me. When I bet, I want to have an advantage. I'm guessing on the advantage here. I don't know if it's going to be a slow tempo and it'll benefit. I don't know what's going to happen. So for me, when you look at games like this, it's hard for me to have an interest because I don't see a viable. You're guessing. And why is the St. Peter's a 3-point favorite here? Niagara's a better team. It's a stay away game for me. Canisius Marist. Canisius has been fairly good. Marist is Marist. I mean, it's surprising though because I thought Marist would be awful, 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 and they are. But I didn't think they'd win a game in this conference. And they have managed to win a couple. So they're a bit better than they were last year. They're able to shoot the ball a little bit more. I don't know, maybe over, but another game I don't have much on. Fairfield Monmouth. I mean, it's anybody's guess on what Micah Seaborn will do every other night. Fairfield, these two teams are very similar. They're going nowhere fast. Fairfield is a bad, bad, bad road team. I mean, they're 2-10 straight up on the road, 2-8-2 against an Umber. Not a game I'm looking to get involved with. Another conference that I just don't really like. I know Ian Cameron loves the MAAC. Not really sure I see it, but yeah, I'll pass on that game. Western Michigan, Buffalo, the final one here. No real opinion. Buffalo's kind of a falling knife. I don't really want to catch, so I'll let people go over that one. I don't have much there. Let me get into some questions here, and I'm sure there'll be questions on various other bets that I didn't get to, but we'll try to get through them. Even though I did go through the whole card. Yep, nothing for tomorrow. I'm not. I have nothing on that card yet. I haven't looked at it. I'm concentrating on tonight. You can't go on tomorrow when you haven't had your supper yet tonight. Let's worry about tonight's supper and tonight's games, and we'll worry about tomorrow's breakfast tomorrow. Let's go through them here. Jermaine Jackson might not play tonight for Detroit. Yeah, it's a rolling dervish of who's going to play for Oakland every night. They always have people out. Normal Nation, thanks. Appreciate it. Congrats on 30 units. Thanks, Trevonomics. Bird Chirp Gaming. Have a good night. Yep, see you, buddy. The Brown game's going to be interesting. I'm not sure it'll be too interesting. Dexter Rojas is listening to Big Man. Thanks. I like the total. It's kind of like the Portland State Idaho game last night. Should see lots of points. I don't know if we'll see that many points, but hey, I'll hope so. That'd be great. Mike Dom with another huge night last night. Yeah, he did have a good night. He always has good nights. If you see a lot of people on one team, do you not bet on it? I don't not bet on it. I just kind of stay away for several games. Just kind of want to see how it ends up going because eventually you'll have big Saturday cards. You can just kind of do what you want. Keep some questions going here. Where else are we going to go here? Big men and blackjack are starting to look like Shaq and Kobe. Wow. Settle down. Settle down. Not yet. What happened to BYU last night? I thought laying 10 points is a good bet. Yeah, they didn't play well at all. Donnie Rightside will come on in about 5 minutes. Looking forward to that. Niagara feels like a trap. 8-14 team favored by 3. Exactly. Niagara plays like an 8-14 team on defense. So just remember that. Monmouth has dropped to -2. I don't have anything on that game. Don't really want to give a pick. Penn can't shoot free throws. Brown could pull a backdoor cover. I mean, I don't know if you have to worry about it. Brown is bad on defense, man. I wouldn't put too much stock into that. Yeah, Penn is. Yeah, you're right. Not a great foul shooting team. I mean, that's something that you could play into it. Good point. We'll get to NBA later. I don't have anything just right now. I do that at the end. Big shout out to Temple last night. Yes, shout out to the Temple Owls. No, I don't have any concern about Rhode Island. No, guys, I just explained why I like the game. I don't have any concern about that. No, this is a different game. This is a game that they have not played. They've not played defense well lately. No, I have no concern. I appreciate you mentioning it. I have looked at that. I'm good with where I'm at. No, I said Buffalo's a falling knife that I'm not looking to catch. A falling knife dropping is going to hurt somebody. And if you get in front of it, you're going to get hurt. I'm not looking to get in front of it. Okay, I'll use a Mack truck. I'm not looking to get in front of a Mack truck. I'll let the Mack truck crash and then I'll worry about it. Wouldn't make backdoor covers your goal. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're grasping for straws here. I mean, anything could happen, but we're hoping that that doesn't happen. That's why we're in sports betting. We're guessing what's going to happen. Big man, I wanted to say a big thank you for you doing this. I was 24 units down at the start of January, and now I'm plus 6 units. Great info as always, and you for the huge turnaround. Hey, thanks, Andrew. That's very nice of you. Good to hear. Hopefully, you never get down that way again. And look, guys, I'm going to toot my own horn here because I fucking can. It's my show. I am the best in this business at this shit. At this shit we're doing right here. There might be better guys in NFL or we all have our things, but this is my thing. And you know where to come when you need help. You come here. You're not always going to get the right answer. You're not always going to get, coddled. I'm not going to come here. And that's what it's important. We are not going to hand out participation trophies here. I'm not going to hand you an award and say, you're right. Everything you do, all of you guys are great. I make bad choices. You make bad choices. We're not going to get anywhere with me telling you everything you want to hear. So when someone says to me, let's say, like Bear Fam, Detroit is trash. No lie. They don't cover. Totally right. You are 100% right. They are not a team I'd put any of my money anywhere near. But if someone says, hey, I really like the under tonight in the Rhode Island game, to me, the facts are there that I don't think that's a good play. So I'm going to call you out for that. That's how you make someone better. Who's the best MLB capper that you know? Me and Donnie. Me and Donnie have perfected well, Donnie started it. We've kind of just ridden it. The false flag stuff. Big man, do you have a certain team or two who over the years have won you more than others when it comes to college basketball? No, it's more or less conferences and certain plays and stuff. I wouldn't say there's teams. There's teams that I always enjoy, and there's teams that I hate. And I'll be real, like Texas Arlington, I loved for a while, but they've kind of been irritating. IPFW has always had a small place in my heart. South Dakota State, Virginia, Alabama at home. Love that. Enjoyed the show last night. You sound the most Canadian person I've ever heard. Yeah, he does sound very Canadian, doesn't he? All of you guys better call in tonight. Want to hear from you tonight. We'll get that out tonight. Looking forward to more great sports talk here. Donnie Rightside should be joining us any minute here. Nice call by Guan White on the Citadel game. Guan White, a regular caller and listener. Always good to hear from him. Thanks, Brock. The man's numbers speak for themselves. Thanks, Teddy. Exactly. Kentucky Derek knows the deal. Thanks, big man. You're the best. I was down $40, about to give up, and saw you went up, and I went back up $10. All right, good for you, bro. Glad to hear it. Do you give MLB picks when that starts? Yes. We'll have a fun with the MLB. Donnie and I spend the whole show basically going over the card. Always fun. Yes, we would do it every day for MLB. Even in the summer, from the shore and wherever we are. Big man, what's the NBA play? I'll get into NBA. Settle down. We got plenty of time here. It's only 5:30. It wasn't UTSA, Jeff. It was UT Arlington. UTSA is a different team. Big men learned a lot about college teams this season. Guys, what's all this talk about baseball and you learned a lot? We're not done. We got plenty of time, boys. It's only February 2nd. We got 2 months left. Think about that. 2 more months. Blank space. Then take the under, dude. What do you want me to say to you? Blank space just keeps talking about the under. Take the under then, blank space. What the fuck do you want from me? You keep saying about the under. Take the under then, dude. He just comes in here and keeps talking about this and that about the under. Take the under then, cuz. Naeem, what's up, bro? I've been paying attention. Good to see you, Naeem. Been a long time. Haven't seen you in here for a while. Good stuff. How do you change giving picks when the tourney starts? I don't. Same old stuff, bro. Last night's show was dope. Yep. It'll be better tonight. Do you have secondary bets in mind? No, I don't. I have one play. That's it. It's Friday night. I got the barbershop. I got shorties on the line waiting to talk to me. I got the 10:30 show. I got a lot to do. One play tonight. We get our money up, then we move on. Marilyn Yu, welcome in. Hello. How are you? Yeah, people. We'll get to the NBA. 2-0 sweep last night on that. I'll get back to the NBA. Donnie Rightside said he was coming in about 5 minutes ago. He's still not here. Do you think you might have a late play? No. No, I'll probably be there the week before. Don't pay attention to trolls. Oh, well. I mean, I'm just outlining what he's doing. I don't really get it. You know what you're doing, blank space? It's basically similar to me if, like, I'm about to go in for heart surgery and you're telling me about all the heart surgeries that have failed. I'm about to go fly on a plane and you're reading to me about all the fucking crashes I've seen. It's not what I want to do. Okay? Then don't follow me. I don't need to follow you. I have a play. This is my show. And again, I mean, we went over the game for about 15 minutes. You coming in here and just, needling us about the under, it's irritating. Move on. Bet the under, bro. All right, where else are we on here? The official college basketball season doesn't start until next Thursday when Duke plays UNC. All right. All right, what about that? You should hand out betting diplomas. I was thinking about this, guys. Do you think this would work? I was thinking about creating a company that I would do seminars, like, on the internet. Like, I would teach people how to bet. Like, and I'd bring on, like, Donnie and other people, and we'd charge, for a class, and it would be like college. It'd be called, like, Big Men on Campus University. Donnie Rightside, you here?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can.
All right, there we go. Perfect.
What do you think of that idea?
Let's charge, Jeff. Starting tomorrow, we're going to go Patreon on this channel right here, big man. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we should do it. I think people would like it. Now, Donnie, let me ask you a question, because we got this guy on the chat right now I made a play. Okay, I've talked about it for 15 minutes. It's been a little bit since we talked about the play, and this guy just keeps talking about under trends. It's like, isn't that kind of like...
Is it a system, Jeff? Is it a good system?
I don't know, but it's like I have the over, and he's talking to me about the under and how this and that. It's like telling me before I go fly that the plane's going to crash. I mean, bet the under then. It's like, What's your thoughts on that? Do you think he should just keep his ideas to himself? Because we're all sold on the under.
Did we build a plan on that, Jeff? Anybody did he build a case on it, or is just saying, this is my system?
No, he's just sending in like trends and stuff, like they're good on defense and that kind of stuff.
What game we looking at, big man?
I gave out Rhode Island and VCU over.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Big man smashing that teacher tonight. Settle down, Devin. I'm not tonight. This guy's responding, Donnie. Just because I don't do blind follows and research on the pick doesn't mean I'm trolling. Well, you might want to just blind follow, bro. At this point, it's worked out pretty well.
Jeff, I don't know. I mean, I've been told blind following you really suspect right now, Jeff. Real suspect.
Yeah. Teddy B, I'm heading to Minneapolis after work, going to Cowboy Jacks to meet up with the homies who work for media at Barstool. Awesome, Teddy. We'll be looking for you. Make sure you call in tonight on the show. Let us know who you're going to meet. Donnie, what are you up to? How's Costa Rica? What's
I mean, on my 1 hour of sleep, I'm sitting in a nice, centralized area. We're not in we're not in Yaco Beach yet. We're not enjoying that, but we're going to go out tonight, have a lot of fun. Start the promotions, Jeff, for Super Bowl Sunday. A lot of the girls from the office going to come over, as well as, Gabe will be there, Matt will be there, probably Drew, all the guys, Zach will be there. We'll have a lot of fun tonight, shoot around, see what we want to do exactly for Super Bowl Sunday. But party starts tonight, man. We'll have some fun. And maybe, just maybe, Jeff, Jeff, do you believe this? It's harder to smoke in Costa Rica than the United States. Why is this?
I didn't know that. Why is that? Why
you can't smoke in a casino, you can't smoke outside, you got to go walk into a parking lot. Come on, get with it, Costa Rica.
Interesting. I never knew that. I feel like everything down there you can do. It doesn't matter. Like you can literally smoke heroin on the side of the street and they won't do anything. Does this mean late night on campus will make a return? No. Late night on campus is over. Gabe Morency has a show, and we have shows that we're doing. So no, late night on campus is good as gone, Donnie. It was fun while it lasted, wasn't it?
Could it resurrect, Jeff? I mean, you never know. Like, I know there's a lot of people out there. You guys, can't really beat somebody to the punch because there is a campus show somewhere on websites out there that has been taken up and paid for already. Jeff, never say never, man. You know us. Come on.
You never know. It's a good point. Donnie and Big Man, if you had a Bird's future at 50-1 and have a Benji on it, do you hedge? I'm leaning no way to let it ride.
Disrespectful. So you can't ask me, you try to be impartial, Jeff, throughout the season, right? And you're still going to be impartial when you wager on the football game. But there's something about bad juju about hedging if you're an Eagles fan at 50-1. Now, are you not an Eagles fan? Then maybe you want to hedge a little bit of that money.
Listen, I'm not a huge hedger.
No, you're not a hedge guy at all. I know you.
But no, at 50-1 for $100, I'd hedge.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely.
At least for something, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'd hedge for like $1,000 probably. Huge shout out, Big Man. You're truly the man. Thanks, Mr. Price. That's our boy Q Price. I think it might be him. He called the show the other night. Very good call. That might be him. Donnie, what are you looking at tonight in college hoops? You have any?
A couple of them there that I was taking a peek at, Jeff. Wanted to get an opinion also, obviously traveling. And is it true, like Cowboys capping the Buffalo game, is that canceled now, Jeff, or postponed?
No, it's for some reason on some odd sites it's not been posting. I don't know why.
I didn't really like the game overall that much, but I do like Wilder's a fantastic player for Western Michigan if you ever watched him. The one thing that Buffalo will have an advantage with in this game is Western Michigan, Jeff, not really good at defending the three, and Buffalo can shoot it. The one thing that's interesting, Jeff, how styles make fights, we always like to say. The one thing that Buffalo likes to do is get out there very athletic. They can turn you over. But Western Michigan does take care of the basketball in that one, Jeff.
No, they do, and I like Wilder a lot. I just, like I was mentioning earlier, I just don't want to really get in the way of Buffalo. I mean, I think they're kind of like the class of that conference. But I know you're a big MAC guy, football and basketball a bit. I'm not a big fan of it. I was talking earlier, Donnie, about St. Peter's, Niagara.
Yeah.
This is your total clash in styles. Niagara fast, up tempo, like to score. You got St. Peter's, who's in Newark, slow tempo, that kind of thing. What do you got anything here?
Yeah, no, I didn't have I had a tough time on that one. You know which one I was actually interested in, Jeff? Looking at maybe an Iona play at home, knowing how much firepower they can have, or even, Jeff, even an Iona over at this point can never be a bad thing when they're at home. Also, I was digging a little bit around, Jeff, of Penn and Princeton tonight. I know you don't like the Ivy League that much, but I think you can get some value there, sitting at still waiting for Makai Mason to come back. in order to, play that full. He's not going to be back tonight. Who knows when he's going to come back, but maybe the best player in the Ivy League that has yet to make a return for Yale. He's not going to play tonight, as we know, but he should be back in the near future. That's going to play a decent stretch down there with the Ivy League.
Yeah, there was a thought that he would be back this weekend. I don't think he's going to be back there tonight. And, you look at Yale, though, they do get a kid, Blake Reynolds, back, which is a nice addition. But, yeah, Princeton should be good. Or Princeton, Yale should be good.
Yep.
Penn and who do they play? Brown, I think.
Yeah, Penn Brown tonight. Brown, one of the few teams, Jeff, that actually likes to push it a little bit in the Ivy League. Should be interesting. Penn's played good ball. Penn's played. I mean, they lost to Temple, but they had a nice win over St. Joe's over the weekend last week.
I like them, but I want to point out one of the commenters. He mentioned that the hard thing about Penn is their 63% free throw shooting. I mean, that's a tough number to lay. That you're going to hope that they're up 17 and it doesn't matter at the end of the game. That game, by the way, Yale Princeton starts at 6 o'clock for anyone caring to opine. So that one is a little early. So yeah, Donnie, we'll look for your play. Hopefully you've had a nice start to the season there. We see. And what's before we let you go, what's your final prediction for the Super Bowl?
I mean, it's right now, I'm going to put my play will be out tonight. And there's a reason why I haven't played it yet, Jeff. You know me better than anybody. Missed out already on a number, right? So why are you going to dip in right now at what number? 4.5. You see the tweets coming out. There has to be, Jeff, what? A buyback from the Patriots at some point. That number, the trigger for me, Jeff, I'm waiting on 5. If I can get 5 full game, there's a really good shot I'm going to be on the Eagles. It's going to put it this way. Homerish or not homerish, I like the Eagles in this situation. If you're even looking first half, Jeff, take the 3 with the Eagles. We've seen what the Patriots do in the first half, just about every Super Bowl, especially in the first quarter. It's going to be a little bit of feel it out, 2 good defenses, 2 weeks to get ready for this game. I could see a little bit lower scoring in the first half. Maybe even look at that under 24, which now seems to be 23.5 in some spots there. But it's either going to me for this game. I haven't released it to my subs, but again, it's the most bet game of the year. If you've watched any one of Big Man's Me or shows, round tables, I'm going to be on the Eagles. I just haven't decided which way I'm going to go, first half or full game. If I can get the 5, I'll probably take the Eagles full game because the MO for the Patriots, again, Jeff, not blowing you out in Super Bowls, biggest win by 6 points. Or I might just lay the +3 in the first half and deal with that as well. It's going to be Eagles for me. I'm not going to take the money line, even though I do think the Eagles have an opportunity to win. Do I want them to win? Yes. But, hey, look, I'm not a big money line guy. If you're going to throw 5 points at me, I'd rather take the 5, Jeff, than the money line any day of the week.
Yeah, I wanted to also mention Guan White called into the show last night. He was talking about, maybe about the first quarter under. And, Blackjack made a point about the first half under at 24. I mean, that looks pretty decent, actually.
What did he like, the under 24?
He liked the under, yeah.
I agree with Blackjack on it, yes. I mean, what are you asking for, Jeff? Basically 4 touchdowns in the first half where the Patriots have never scored. And, again, the Eagles' MO, Jeff, outside of that Vikings game is what? Play good defense, feel it out, quick slant passes, no deep balls. Let's not make the mistake because you saw it in the Oakland game. You saw it in the Cowboys game, even though they had second stringers in there. You saw it in the Atlanta game. That's just really what they want to do. They don't want to go high fly it, but if they do, I'll be more than happy with that. But yes, I think Blackjack's on to something under 24, Joe.
Now, Donnie, I got to ask you a question here. I got a little precarious situation here. So I gave out the total at 151.5 on VCU, Rhode Island.
Okay.
It's down to 149.
Ooh. At the sharpest book, too, Jeff, Chris.
Yeah, but it's at 5 times, too. I'm cool with where I'm at. 151's fine. I think we're going to see it go over. I'm not going to be lame and be like, I'm on 149.5.
Jeff, buy it back, Jeff. Tell all 400 people here to buy it back right now.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm at 151.5. I already bet the game. What are you going to do? Just happen during the show. If you're scared, go get a dog. That's what I say. Donnie, always good hearing from you. Can we see the room a little bit? Are you going to show anything?
No, it's actually nothing special. You'll get a good piece of the room when we have the actual real room at Yako Beach tomorrow. I'll show you the piece.
Oh, that's right. You're not.
Yeah, this is your standard. I can't walk out with the laptop and show you the ocean because I'm going to show you a street with bikers and motorcycles and trucks and all mayhem out there in the streets.
What's it look like? India down there? Like everyone?
Yes. It's the best part about it, Jeff. There's no crashes out there, but you might think it's like demolition or metal militia out there on the streets, especially at rush hour. It's wild, man. Wild.
Well, listen, man, stay safe. Don't get kidnapped or anything. We'll talk to you. Have a great day, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow at some point.
My man, have a good one, Jeff. Thanks.
See you. See you, Don. Donnie Wrightstead joining us live from San Jose, Costa Rica, down in Central America, SBR home. Always good to see Donnie. Hopefully he has a great night. But yeah, we'll wrap the show up, guys. That's about 5:45 here. Obviously, if you listen to what I just said, the total went down a little bit. What are we gonna do? I mean, we had the bet already. If you're scared, be scared. I think we'll see some buyback. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do. I bet the game already, and that's I'm not buying out of it. I don't buy out of bets. Having a nice week. Having a nice year. So we'll see how it goes. I capped it at 151.5, and that's where I'm going to go with it. Other than that, guys, that'll be it. We don't retreat. People like to let me know, guys. Do you like the idea of Big Man University or some sort of big bet university? I think it'd be a decent thing. A little seminar. No touting, no nothing. It's just information. Tricks of the trade. I'll be a professor. Donnie a professor. We'll get Matt Holt, people like that. I think it'll work. Just wanted to come in quick. Usually not home early enough to see Big Man. Hey, Nate Brooks, good to see you, man. I want to ask you, check out our show tonight, 10:30 Eastern on my Twitter account. Get you to call in. Love to hear from you. I think that'd be good to hear. I've always wanted to chat with you. I'd love to hear you give a call. For anyone wanting to know more, 10:30 tonight on my timeline, I'll put the show out. Blackjack Fletcher and I. We'll chat more about everything in the world of sports. We'll get some calls. Hopefully, we'll hear from you guys. You can call in 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. Let's take a look at NBA here before we head off into the sunset. I got sushi on the mind. Go out and grab some. Let's see what we're at here. Let me take a look. Yeah. Shit, man. Yeah, I mean, not for nothing, guys. I kind of like the Atlanta Hawks, frankly. Not a great card here, really. What else do we got here? Yeah, I kind of like the Hawks, but usually the system's better with the home dog, not a road dog. Celtics off, a night off. I'll tell you what, guys. I'm gonna rock with this one. This is the one that I've kind of keyed in on. I think it's something you're going to be able to ride here for the foreseeable future. And it's kind of an injury slash move in a way. I'm gonna go. I like the over in that Thunder game. I think the over, it looks real good here. Thunder off of a game where it's a long game. You put a lot of work into this. You're without your best defender. And that's a concern. I mean, you look at, lately the Thunder have been on a huge over streak. Sometimes the system calls for riding things like this. And you look at New Orleans, I mean, they've been on fire offensively as well. You get a little renewed interest after they go out and make a trade. Shows they're not giving up on the season. You still have Anthony Davis. You still have, various talent there. I'm going to look over the total. I mean, New Orleans has been an over trender all season, and so has you look at Oklahoma City. The big concern now is no Robertson, and he's a defender you have to have. For me, I would look over the total here in New Orleans and Oklahoma City. Celtics getting Greg Monroe, yeah, but he won't play tonight. I kind of like Atlanta, but I prefer that. If I'm taking Atlanta, I'd prefer them at home in this kind of spot. And it's not a pronounced move, really. There's not a lot of pronounced moves tonight. Barry Zoo, I bet on Chicago, Illinois. Do you like that, big man? Yeah, I mean, a gun to my head, I would take it. I'm not in love with it, really. 10:30 Eastern. Yes, 10:30 Eastern tonight. Marquise is going to call in. Good. Good. We want to hear from everybody. Kentucky Derek, you call in. We want to hear from you. All you guys. If you're out there, say hello. Blackjack says he has no confidence in the Knicks, but the Bucks are without Giannis, Bledsoe, and Brogdon. There you go. That's a good piece of information. However, I have mentioned I do kind of like the fade of that. And you look at the money. I mean, people are betting the Knicks tonight. They like the Knicks. But now you have a lot of Bucks money coming in. Now it's back to 3.5. So a lot of even line movement there. But yeah, I'm going to look one play. I'm just over 224. Is it 224 and a half or 224? Yeah, 224 and a half. That takes you 224 at Bet Online. I'm going to look that one. I like the over in that game. New Orleans and Oklahoma City. We'll see how that one goes. Other than that, guys, everyone have a great night. Hopefully you enjoy your weekend and your Friday night. No, I'm not going to post my plays on Twitter. You just heard them. I want people to watch this show. That's the goal. If you miss it, I'll gladly send them to you. But my goal is to have people watch the shows that I do, the various shows at SBR, all that stuff. Tonight's play of the night is over 151.5 in VCU and Rhode Island. Everyone have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow on the SBR show. Catch me tonight, 10:30 Eastern, with Blackjack Fletcher on the Viva La Vegas podcast. We'll take your calls live. Everyone have a great night, and we'll see you over the weekend. Bye-bye.